Good morning. Today started with a delivery of pellets. 2 tons of pellets. And my next job is going to be to stack them. We got them in quick enough, but there's a lot more than I thought. And I'm going to have to figure out if I can stack them the way I had stacked them last year. I have a place for big bunch of them, but I think there's going to be a lot more than that, so I'm going to have to figure out a couple of other places. Then this afternoon there's another delivery of 2 tons of pellets arriving at our neighbours, who is not available to take them in at the moment. So volunteering, yours truly for that job as well. So 4 tons of pellets to offload today. Anyway, let me show you what I mean by there's a lot of them. Yeah, that's a few bags of pellets. Last year I was able to stack them here underneath the stairs all the way to the whole bottom of the stairs is full of them, and then 2 layer piles here going all the way, well, as high as I can put them. Something tells me that I'm gonna have to find some other place to put them as well as there, but we'll see. We'll get started with this and see how we get on. Working man ain't got no chance in a world where the rich man makes the rules. I'm covered in sweat. There's a little bit of, not a storm, but a thunder, a rain outside, which, you know, brings up the humidity. And in the Grange, it's actually cooler now outside than it is in the Grange. So that's this time of the year. I've done maybe third of it now, so it's going better than I expected. So all here, remember this was all full all the way to nearly to the door, but it's just before the door. That's all put in there now. So here are the first stacks. These are still a little bit unstable. What stabilizes them is the fact that there's a lot of them there, and then once they're stabilized, I'm just taking from the top all the time, and then nothing will collapse. And then I started putting under here as well. There's in the corner here, there's a little pellets of poop of some sort, and it is larger than your average mouse dropping. So I'm thinking that, like anywhere in a countryside, especially old houses, there's always somewhere rats. Unavoidable. That's just the way it is. And that's why you always have a cat. And those were, I know that I heard a sound there before sorry, I had moved in, or probably even born. And I know there was something there, and I had a feeling it was a rat. But there's nothing there now, obviously because I'm making noise here, and obviously because there's a cat prowling in this area, so hopefully that will take care of all of that. It is a sweaty job. Anyway, let's continue. The skin's grown tough in your hands. Not much to show for paying your dues. Your dad who worked the factory line don't know if you can see how sweaty I am. Oh, let me show you. That's all empty. Here they are. $133 sacks. Right. In about 3 hours, there's another delivery of another 2 tons for Frank's house. So let the fun continue. Okay, that right there, just before this clip, was a video of me explaining what happened. But by accident, I left it on a time lapse, so I was like, so it was just explaining that we got the second delivery of pellets, which, you know, Frank's house was easier to put them in because he had just against the wall kind of, there was no diving under stairs and all that, so I was trying to figure out crooks and grannies for it. But the problem was that it started raining at the same time the delivery came in, so we had to get them in really fast so the pellet bags won't get wet, you know. It was intense, but it was really, really fast. But yeah, I just wanted to catch up on that because, well, you probably wouldn't be able to do much lip reading from that video. Onwards and upwards. Now we're on to Wednesday. Ah, it's disappearing now.
Il y a une dame qui venait voir athée. Ah, tu t'es dit que c'était athée? Alors je dis non, mais c'est pas vrai.
Ah, thank you so much. Ah, thank you. I don't know.
Okay, today I've been helping Nathalie's cousin Patricia to set up an art exhibition here in Tournus. We'll be here for 2 weeks. Pretty cool, huh?
9 to 5 to the Union Blues. He fed 3 kids and his darling wife. Now, something 2 jobs can barely do. Tax the world, not the work. What is dignity worth? Ask the questions until they're heard. There's more to us than a pile of dirt. You still dream about making it. Maybe one of these days. What's the point of keep on faking it?
Art and beer. Okay, another day in the Grange. Trying to work on a batch of videos. So getting set up, I'm kind of tidying up a little bit of. It's a funny balance of trying to tidy up and not tidy up, because you know, like the cobwebs hanging and all that sort of stuff, they kind of add to the atmosphere. So I'm not gonna clean this place. And I have this little one here wandering around the place, all covered in cobwebs. But I'm moving some boxes around and that kind of stuff too. There's been a lot of boxes in the back. The guitar cases, I don't mind them at the background. Kind of relevant to the theme. So tidying up a little bit. Now I'm starting to set up the lights, because I had a couple of gigs there that I had to bring the lights with me. You know, I have to take everything down from here. Eventually, it'd be ideal if I had 2 different setups, one for the lights in here and one for the gigs. But for now, I'll deal with what I got. So today's going to be I'd say, long enough day. It's a couple of hours of filming and then endless amount of video editing after that. But it's also the first day I'm going to focus on this week, because I've done a lot of other stuff. The pellet delivery on Tuesday. Yesterday I was helping Patricia, Nathalie's cousin, set up the art exhibition in Tournus, which is, by the way, really awesome. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, set up the lights, set up the cameras, and it's time to sing. Sweet.
Hand to mouth dressed up as Grace. You still search for validation, for someone you don't even know. You're the son of a broken nation, left to fight